Hey y'all, it's your girl Suki. Thank you for tuning in to Suki's Honeydew Project. I hope that you're continuing to do something sweet for yourselves and others by getting to your honeydew list, whether that's cleaning your house or cleaning your gutters or going to a new sex store. Whatever it is, I hope you're getting it in because you're an adult and you can do that now. Okay. I want to talk about the things that I have been getting into. Okay, the first thing is training camp. I did actually get to go to my first training camp for the Washington Commanders. I also went to an amazing concert, probably the best concert I have been to in forever. Missy Elliott. Talk about who was with her and all the good times I had watching her show because it was incredible. I'm also going to talk about running into a Lithuanian neighbor who let me know that our country makes people soft, you know, stuff like that, because that's the kind of things that Suki gets into. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Having dinner ready and having breakfast. Summer started. That Maryland and DC drivers are the worst drivers in the world. And I can say that because I got my license in Maryland and I've been driving since I was 8. I don't really have much to give to society except my smile, and I don't think that's going to cut it. I'm going to look it up. Please check out my other videos. Make sure you leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure you do something sweet for yourselves or others this week and others this week. First things first, the wisdom for the week, which of course comes from fortune cookies. Chinese fortune cookies to be exact, and it's in my hand. Let's see. Man's mind is not a container to be filled, but rather a fire to be kindled. So I don't know if that means that you already got what's going on in your head and you don't need no more stuff. You just need to go ahead and make sure what's in your head keeps going. Y'all let me know what you think. Man's mind is not a container to be filled, but rather a fire to be kindled. That might be a little too deep for me right now. I can't really can't really determine if that means that you shouldn't add anymore or if you already have everything you already need. Tap in, let me know. Don't forget to look at the past videos, like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. I want to thank my subscribers. I have about 100 subscribers now, and I appreciate y'all sticking with me through the years. I am so grateful I get to do this and connect with y'all and have fun. Don't forget, follow, like, subscribe. I have my link tree in the comments, and I want to talk about the 3 songs that I'm listening to now. You see how I wrote that all into one and completely skipped over the sex store because it's none of my business what y'all do. But hopefully you're doing something with somebody legally because that's what we like. Okay. Okay. The 3 songs that I am listening to this week: Summertime Sadness by Lana Del Rey, because summer is trying to come to an end, and I hate that. It's my favorite season, if y'all didn't know that. Second song is Feels Like Summer by Childish Gambino. The song itself feels like summer. I'm telling you, it feels like love and ice cream. That's what that song feels like. The third song is a classic. Please let me know if you are still, have this song in your rotation because I obviously do. And that is Summertime by The Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff, because they are forever classics. Even though I think that his rap career was pretty amazing, I don't know if he necessarily, Will Smith, of course, if he needed the rap career to be the actor, because I think he was going to be an amazing actor regardless. Like, He's an amazing actor. I'm so glad he was able to transition. You know what transitions I don't like? Let me go ahead and hop into that. I don't like the fact that Post Malone and Machine Gun Kelly get to keep their rap names. I feel like they should have to give them back because they have hit the corner so hard on like leaving rap. I understand that it's not really fair because Andre 3000, which somebody reminded me of today on Twitter, is on the corner playing flutes and kazoos. And he has kept his rap name. First of all, he is a pioneer of the game. He gets to keep his rap name, even though he is now playing kazoos. What is a kazoo? Gotta look that up. I'm not even really not quite sure if I understand what that is. I do believe it's part of the flute family, but I'm gonna have to verify that. I'm not quite sure. So, did I talk about me making homemade hamburger helper? I did that, and it was amazing, delicious. Everyone should try it. There's plenty of recipes on the internet. Find you one and make you some hamburger helper. It'll feel like it'll feel like 1984. I don't know if you want it to feel like 1984, but it will. It will feel like 1984. That's how good it'll taste. 'Cause that's what happened with me. You're welcome. Okay, walking my dog. Because things happen to me whether I like them or not, right? So I'm walking my dog, and this lady is with her two children. They ride by me and they ring their bell. And the mom says, no, 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 don't ring bell. It might scare the dog, right? She has an accent. And I'm like, me and my neighbor, we're like, no, no, no. It's fine. That's great that she's letting us know. At least the dogs can be prepared for a bike coming by because otherwise it kind of freaks them out. So thank you for having good bike etiquette. So I asked her, how old are your children? They are 5 and 7. America makes children too soft. Wait, what? What? how did how did we get to the disrespect so early? Like I just got here. She said, I grew up in Europe, occupied Russia. There was no food. We barely had food. We had to survive on our wits. We had to survive off of air. America makes the people too soft. You're not ready for war. I am not. I'm actually not ready for war. You are correct. I've been through a lot. Racism every now and then, but babe, I ain't never been through no occupied Russia. You got that. Occupied Russia. America makes people too soft. Growing up, we had to survive. My kids, I give them nothing. They have me till they're 18. Once they turn 18, they must figure out on their own. I figured out on my own. Nobody gave me nothing. America makes their people too soft. So, well, I guess I'm gonna go to the grocery store. I don't like. How do you follow up anyone telling you they were occupied by Russia? Like, I'm not quite sure what the best response is, and why is this happening to me? I'm just trying to walk the dog. Like, I apologize for all that you've been through. I don't believe that we're soft. We've just never been occupied. That's I don't believe that makes us soft. That just makes us probably not ready for war, because we have military. I don't know what to say. I want to be supportive, but she's already letting me know that Americans can't handle life, which may or may not be true. But we ain't never been occupied. Um, outside of whatever our country does to us themselves. But other than that, you know what I mean? That's really God. She said, I give them dual citizenship. That is what they get from me. Anything else they have to get on their own. I said, okay, because my daughter, she's driving now. So like she dropped me off and took the car and kind of waved to me, as she took my car. She just kind of laughed me and said, hey, you can figure it out on your own, because I'm talking about my child. That would never happen to me. She says, my child would never look me in my face and take my possession. Do you have money? Do you have the insurance? Do you have anything? No, you get no car. You have to work for it. You want a car, you work. Other than that, you take the metro. America makes that people too soft. You see how you're walking and your child has your car. So, lady, did you just call me soft? Because I'm helping out my flesh and blood. That might be true. She could probably take the metro because they can take it for free. Not the point though. It's about safety. That would never happen to you. You're too soft. Ah, like what the heck? All I'm trying to do is get the dog to poop. And I got told that I'm not the best that American can get. That's what I got told on my way with my dog. Like what the heck? I don't know if I deserve that at all. Speaking of children driving cars, I tell my daughter, hey, you might need to wait a second, right? Because I need to put insurance on the car. And that way you're covered. I know you don't really know what that means, but I have to protect the car and you and other drivers. So I gotta, call Geico and get this started. Shout out to Geico because they pretty much screwed me over. Not the point. So the insurance is a gazillion dollars now. I was paying $74 and now I'm paying a gazillion. And if you don't know what a gazillion is, it's half of your check. That's what a gazillion is. I tell my daughter, hey, got to put you on the insurance. And now I'm paying a gazillion dollars. She said, okay, mom, talk to you later, and leaves. She left me there without verifying if I put the insurance on. I guess she was like, hey, you got that information, right? You know when I was born? You got it? Call me. Call me if you need any additional. Like, let me know if the first payment doesn't go through. We'll try to see what we can do to help. And she left me. She left me. There is now insurance on the car, just so everyone's aware, in case the feds are watching and listening. Hello, FBI agent. Hope you're doing well. We're all assigned one, right? Because is that crazy? That might be a little bit crazy. Okay, let's get into all the good things I've been into this summer. I've been in concerts. I've gone to new events. The newest thing that I got to go to that I've been wanting to go to for years is training camp with the Commanders way out in Ashburn. I have a couple of pointers. Now, when I arrived, right, there was no line. It was still early. It was like, I don't know, like 8, maybe like 7:38. There was no line. It was like, walk right up in there. Had us a good time until I started asking questions. Like we asked a little bit of question. Where did everybody get these sunglasses? Where did everybody get these blankets? Where did everybody get these shirts? Apparently, if you show up earlier than God, you get free gifts. So that is my recommendation. One, to get a ticket as early as you can, because apparently they were only online for 20 seconds and then they disappeared. And two, to arrive at training camp the day before Jesus. That's how, I don't know what kind of time that is exactly, but it's before the sun and the moon come out. What at daybreak? Like, what? The time before time is the time that you should arrive because then you get the free shit. Otherwise, you roam right on through because you don't have to stand in line, but you are unaware that you missed everything good that camp has to offer. So get there early. Get there before Jesus and his disciples. And whoever wakes up at the butt crack of dawn. Because the camp doesn't actually start till like noon. But because Commanders fans are irrational and act like Ashburn is near anything, they get there before everybody arrives. That's my pointer. And it was hot, y'all. So carry you a little fan, like some type of fan. They did have these like huge fan things that like came at you, and they had water coming out, but get your own. I can recommend that. Then you couldn't really record the people playing because they didn't want you to realize that half these people were going to be gone, Jahan Dotson. That's why they didn't want us recording, because they didn't want us to be sad about everyone we lost to the Eagles. What kind of trash? How are we supposed to trust that he's not like, hey, yo, fam, got that playbook? Are we intentionally tanking to the Eagles? I just saw Jahan, just saw him in the flesh at the training camp, and now he's with the Eagles. What kind of crap? It's like every day the Commanders wake up and say, let's fuck up some shit. And they do that. So anyways, training camp is amazing. Make sure you get your tickets early. My goal is to one day be some kind of correspondence there, because there was a lot of good stuff for the people with like good money. Like the players' families had like this whole like section of like good food and like air conditioning that they got to chill out in. And I'm like, what is a player's family exactly? Can I pretend to be like a girl or a wife? I saw them baddies come out of that freaking tent. I was like, oh no, I ain't baddie. Like, I'm cute, but I'm not stacked. I get why you're there, babe. I get it. Look at that. They just came out like an assembly line of like bad bitches. Like 1, 2, 3. It's like, oh yeah, not pretending for that one. But my plan is to be a correspondent for something at some point for the Commanders. That way I can be the girl getting the information and passing it on to y'all. So help me out. Make sure that I get that gig if y'all hear something about it. Because I can report. On the game. I can do that with a smile. Right? Thank you. Thank you for supporting me. Again, thank you for supporting me, for liking my tweets and following me on YouTube and liking my posts on YouTube. I did a scavenger hunt. That was pretty dope. Did a scavenger hunt in the middle of Arlington, and you got to go to different stores and pick up different like hints. So right, you go to one store, get the hint, and then find the clue out in the community, and then have to go to another store. So you got introduced to all the stores and all the restaurants. It was pretty neat. That was a good time. My concert, Missy Elliott's concert, was so amazing. Buster Rhymes was there. Timberland, who's going by some weird name that I just do not understand, like King something. Who's calling you that? You sound like LL Cool J when he was like, they call me Big LA. Nobody calls you that. Nobody calls you that. Not even your mama. I don't even know. It was like some kind of king, whatever, not calling you that. Timberland was there. He opened up. Sierra was also there, looking great. She gives me hope for how fine people can continue to be, right? Even though I'm older than her, she still looks amazing. And she was still popping it. Like when we were younger, she was still giving it to you. I do appreciate that though. Makes me feel great, You know what I mean? So that was fun. Okay, so as you walked into the concert, you got handed this like doohickey thing that went on your wrist, right? Nobody knew what it was for, but everyone put it on because we like to be together. Humans have this thing of like seeing other people do something and you're like, hey, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to ask no questions. And none of us did. Just put that thing on. If it was like something that would have electrocuted us, we totally would have all dropped together because nobody had any questions. Anyways, because it's Missy. And she is my favorite favorite female rap artists, pretty much my favorite anything. I love her so much. One day she tweeted me. I was like, "Hey, Missy, we should hang out." And she's like, "We totally should." And she probably says that to everyone, but I felt especially grateful because I think I believed her a little bit. Anyways, so all the other people are on stage, and then it's Missy's turn to come on. The light thing starts like glitching. It's like, what the hell is going on? Right? And then she comes out. The little light thing glitches with the beat of the music. The whole place was just insanely bright and lit and bouncing and off the chain. Like, she was amazing from start to finish. Like, it was like an out of space experience. It was like, if you've never seen Missy Elliott in concert, put it on your list to do because she gives great concert. It was amazing. I cannot even explain how amazing that concert was. I think I'm explaining it pretty well, especially by the fact that she gave us something to put on our wrist and every single person did it because we love that kind of stuff. It was pretty dope. That's pretty dope. I want to get her albums like in the vinyl form so that I have those classics. I do have some CDs. How many of y'all still have CDs? What are you doing with them? Like, I am going to start getting DVDs though, but I'm like, how am I supposed to play this DVD? And then I remember that I have a PlayStation, so I'll be fine. I am going to get a PlayStation 5 though. That is the goal. PlayStation 5. Okay, okay, okay. All right, did I talk about everything I wanted to do? I think so. I can end Suki's Honeydew Project with a crime scene story. So one day I am headed to my crime scene van so that I can start my day. So, we have to check the van to make sure everything's in it. Camera stuff, because back then, like, some things had to still be like film. Even though we did have some digital, it was weird. It was a weird time. So had to check to see if you had your the doohickey that goes into the camera, like you had to have all that. Like, I think now they just use their phones. I'm not sure what the laws are now, but back then it was like expensive cameras, and then we finally went away from film. So anyways, you had to have stuff in your car, fingerprint tape, fingerprint cars, and the stuff to roll people's fingers, like all sorts of stuff. So you got to check. You got to check the tire pressure in your car, got to check the oil, like all these points, right? So I'm out there making sure my stuff is straight because I always forgot stuff, like always. I never had what I needed. I always had to call a supervisor to come save me because I was not good at the job. I was a very good person though, and I have a good heart. Anyway, so I'm walking to my car, and this guy comes running out, yelling, "You gotta help me! You gotta help me!" I'm like, "Hey, I am not a cop. I can't help anything unless somebody's dead." Like, that's how I say it. Because something doesn't quite curl up here. And so that's how I said. I said, "Is somebody dead?" Like, that's anyway. So he's like, "No, no, nobody's dead. This man in the car lied to me." I said, "Lied to you about what?" He said, "She said she was a girl." I said, "You go ahead and pay them their money. Pay them their money. You know what you did. Just go on and pay the money." He's like, "No, no, no, no. They lied about who they were." I said, "No, pay them their money or I'll go get a cop and let them know what you were doing because I know what this is. I know what this is." Like, something occurred, some kind of transaction, and then you got upset because somebody might have saw you or whatever. Not that person in the car's fault. A beautiful woman got out of the car. She's like 6'4". Beautiful, beautiful woman. There was something going on. I said, pay them their money. And I got in my truck and I left. And that's my crime scene story. I want to thank y'all for checking out all of my videos and liking and subscribing and making sure that you let me know whether you like my background or what I talked about and where you think I should go. I want to try horseback riding this fall. I want to do archery this fall, and I want to do the axe throwing thing. So those are on my list. Stay tuned to see if I actually get to go there. I am going to actually go to a new sex store, so I'll let you know if I pick up any adult toys, but it won't be the whole show, so don't get excited, okay? It's like family oriented and shit, you know what I mean? A little bit, or whatever. Thank you for being what makes me great. And I can't wait to talk to y'all next week. If you are having a hard time, you're going to get through it. Do not worry about it. I'm here. Let me know if you have anything, any questions, any ideas, any thoughts that you want me to dive into, and I'll do it. And we'll keep the communication going. Okay? All right. Take care of yourselves and others. Check in with me because I'm going to drop one more video this week because I'm a little behind. And like and subscribe. It is your mistress of darkness because I can't seem to do anything during the day. Talk with y'all soon.